The only thing that can change your revenue in your business is the number of leads you get on an almost daily basis. So you want to sell 100 pieces of bags, you need to be getting leads in thousands to get that number. My name is Just Ibe, and I help startups and budding entrepreneurs like you create offers around their products and services so that they can attract paying customers without posting 3 to 4 times on social media every day. I'm showing you all of these things because I have been where you are at now. I understood clearly what it means to post 3 to 4 times every day so that you can get people like and comment or probably come and ask you questions. Sometimes those things work. You get people coming to your DM, they'll make inquiries, you close the sales, you get good money, and you're happy. But what happens to your business when the next big thing comes into that industry or into that niche market, and then suddenly those posts that people were liking, people are no longer paying attention? What happens? Or when Instagram or Facebook decides to come up with an algorithm that does not favor you, and you that used to get 1,000 likes all of a sudden was getting 100 or 200 likes, what would you do at that time? And that's why it's important to pay attention to what I'm saying right now. We're going into a new year because we're in the last quarter of the year, and as such you cannot even predict what Instagram algorithm is going to be within now and maybe the next year. So you need to position your business such that your business is not dependent on the number of times you post on a daily basis. Your business should have a system that generates leads every day so that you wake up to a pool of inquiries that will translate into money. In fact, to take it a notch further, you can wake up to inquiries of people who have already bought from you and they want more. Let me explain it to you. So you see my ad running, and when you click the ad, before you get a chance to talk to me, there's a mini me who is explaining what it is you want from my product or my services. And that mini me is telling you, yes, you have clicked on this button. Before you get started, you need to pay attention to this first. And this video is going to show you how to do this first, because this is the first stage to go into the other 3 stages. Everybody who is looking for the end result will want to click the first stage so that they are not jumping it, because the first stage is what you even need to click before you go to the next page. So invariably, the fact that you click on my link means that you're already going to most likely buy something from me if my copy is compelling enough. So it means that if you have this automation in place, you can get people to buy from you without you being there. It's just like you're listening to my video and you're wondering, oh, where is Just taking us to with this information? Where I'm taking you to with this information is that to get unlimited leads in your business, it's not enough to run ads and run ads to just get traffic. There's a difference between running ads to get traffic and running ads to get conversions. To get conversions, it means you need to have products and services ready for the customer to pay. And your product and services will not only be product and services, there has to be offers around that product and service that will make the customer feel like this is something I need to pick. And those offers are what I call sales copy. And today, before you go further into the automations, because the sales copy is what will precede you to the automation itself. The automation is when you apply the copy, the offer, the product, the payment systems, then the automation. The automation will want to make sure what would help you wake up to bank alerts, right? The first stage in itself is creating the copies around the different products and services that you have. And so those of you who are listening to this right now, I need you to stay till the end because I have something coming for you. I want to show you exactly how to create an offer around your business today. And I know that if you're listening to me, you probably fall into the category of people who have done everything coaches have advised you to do. They have told you that you should please go and post 3 times a day. They have told you that you should do a photo shoot. Those things are fantastic. They have told you that you should go and network in influencers' comment sessions. Those things are great. They have told you to go and pay an influencer to advertise for you. Those things work. But what happens when you don't do those things repeatedly, or when you are doing it repeatedly and the efficacy of those things is beginning to reduce? What happens? What happens if you need to build a sustainable brand and those things are no longer reliable? What do you do at that time? And that's where automation comes into place. Before I go further, are you one of those people who would give anything to make sure that your business would function with or without you? Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes? Are you one of those who would do anything to make sure that they don't have to sleep on social media 5 hours a day before they can make one sale? Are you one of those people? If that's you, drop a comment right now. Are you also one of those people who would give anything it takes to see the kind of money you have dreamt of in your mind in your bank account? I know this is a lot of us. I know you want to see the kind of money you have dreamt of in your bank account. So if that's you, don't go away from this video, keep listening. I'm going to tell you a story before I go further. When I started out my business as a consultant, I had done everything everybody had told me to do. I mean, I had even paid for high-end programs. I have gone into debt because I wanted to get knowledge. And after going through all of these things, when it came to implementation, I was implementing, I wasn't seeing the kind of results I should be seeing. Initially, I got frustrated and I was asking myself, what did I miss? What did I do wrong? I went back repeatedly to my study notes and I wasn't getting it. But you see, a lot of times when you take a program, the first thing to ask yourself is, what's the end goal? What am I going to get? At the end of this program, what am I going to see there's a visible transformation in my business? If you cannot answer that question, pause. So let's bring it down to you listening to me today. The reason you are listening to this video and what you're going to get at the end of the video is that any singular product you have or any singular service you have, you will learn how to create your first offer around that product, because your offer is what will get the customer to pay attention. Your offer is what will get the customer to say, you know what? As long as I'm seeing this, I know that what's inside is going to favor me. And this cuts across both service and product business owners. Let's go further. So in creating an offer for yourself, you need to also consider, who is this customer I'm trying to sell to? Who are they buying from presently? What language is the person they're buying from presently saying to them? What language? You need to get that language very correctly, because once you get that language correct, it's easy for anybody and everybody to be able to replicate. When I say replicate, I don't mean copy and paste. It's called modeling. Model what it is, the language your customers are used to being spoken to, and apply it in your own offer. Let me use a typical example. Say you have a hair business and you're trying to get somebody to buy your hair as a new person in the hair business. So instead of saying to them 40% discount, come and buy, remember that your customers are also aware. They don't want to rush in and buy a product that they are not certain is durable or will last. So rather than saying to them 40% discount, come and buy hair, go and look at what your competition is doing. Your competition is not saying 40% come and buy hair. They are explaining to the customer that we are saving you 40% of the money you would spend if you buy it at XYZ dates. And because we're saving you that 40% to get the same exact quality of hair that is human hair, double drawn, we explain all of those things at 40% less what you will spend if you buy it later. That's what the offer is. That's what your customer will fall for and say, oh my God, if I wait till December, I'm going to probably pay 100K for this hair. If I buy it now, I'll pay 60K. That, my friends, is an offer. It's the same thing for any kind of business, whether you're trying to sell an ebook. You're not selling an ebook, you're selling the result that the ebook brings to the table. That is what your offer should be created around. And so, if you're listening to me right now, this I have mentioned how to create an irresistible offer using what your competition are doing, what your customers like to be spoken to in, and also understanding the times and season with which you are at. What would mean urgency for your customers now, And because we're in the last quarter of the year, everybody wants to close the year very good. It means that's something you can potentially use to create an urgency for the person you're trying to sell to. Once you incorporate that into the offer, you're almost certain that you're going to get a customer who would click that link and want what you have because of your offer. To take you further down in this training, the offer is the first stage. The next stage is, how do you automate it so that even when you are not there, there's somebody who is going to sell the product in the way the customer wants to sell it? Or even if you don't have time to be chatting in your inbox to be able to close the sale, there's something that sells it the way you are there. It's just like I'm talking to you right now. I'm asking you questions. You're listening to this webinar. You are being carried along. And I'm actually selling to you and telling you that if you know you want to take this further down, you need to make sure that you have the sales automation system. The sales automation system is what I created to be able to help you sell out on social media. I have a particular formula I use, and that formula has helped me generate 7 figures in my business consistently for the past 7 to 8 months. That formula is what I'm bringing to everyone who is listening to this webinar right now. That formula is available to anybody who clicks the link to pay for that webinar now. After now, you will not see it anywhere else. That formula goes for $30 only, and that's 10,000 naira if you're in Nigeria. But for those all over the world, it's $30. You only get it here. It will not be mentioned anywhere else. And so, even for those who are going to buy this, I also have a free book I'm going to give to you. That's the first print book I have for you. That book is basically teaching you how to own your hustle. That book is basically teaching you how to make sure that this business that you run is something that would eventually grow to the level you want to grow to. That book is not anywhere else but with me, and it means you get it for free if you get the sales automation formula. In fact, the best part of it is everyone who gets the sales automation formula becomes an automatic member of my exclusive members only community. That community is where I bring experts from all over the world to come and teach you internationally acceptable practices for your business. And this group is open to anybody who clicks the link and pays for the sales automation formula. Let me quickly do a recap of everything I've been talking about so far. In order for you to get unlimited leads so that you don't have to post 3 times a day, you need to be creating offers around your product and services. Aside from creating offers, you need to write irresistible copies using the language that your competition already uses to entice your customers. While you're doing that, you also need to make sure that you have an automation in place, which is what I'm saying. You should click the link below to get the automation. And for those of you who joined, I want to say a big thank you for joining this webinar, and I cannot wait to see you in our exclusive members only community that you get for free if you click the link below. Thank you and have a fantastic day. Bye.